Welcome back to Happily Home Cooking, where we are off to a healthy start this new year. Today, we're making chocolate protein smoothie bowls. These babies are packed with protein not only from protein powder, but we're also adding almond butter as well as Greek yogurt. We're also adding extra nutrition with some fresh, healthy greens. We'll be giving this a delicious chocolatey flavor with cacao powder and a slight sweetness from some raw honey. Frozen bananas will add to that sweetness and help us turn this into a frozen, creamy treat. This is basically a protein shake that is thick enough to eat with a spoon. We're going to serve it in a bowl and top it with some delicious toppings, including chopped pecans, fresh bananas, and a little chocolate chips for extra sweetness. So come on into the kitchen with me and I'll show you how we make our chocolate protein smoothie bowls. So first thing I like to do is make sure we get all of our toppings ready to go. We're going to start by chopping up some pecans. I buy these in a giant bag from Costco. It is a great deal. Chop up as much or as few of these as you like. These are going to add an amazing crunch to our smoothie bowls. Not to mention added protein. Next, we're going to slice up a banana. Banana is our go-to. It goes great with chocolate, but so do a lot of things, I suppose. You could use strawberries or blueberries. Let me know what your favorite fruit is to have with chocolate in the comments. And then the last thing we'll pull out is going to be a few chocolate chips. I like to use semi-sweet chocolate chips. Again, we get these in a big bag from Costco for a fantastic deal, and they are going to add a decadent little touch to our otherwise healthy breakfast. Now that our toppings are ready and standing by, we can prepare our frozen chocolate protein smoothie base. Start with your blender and the milk of your choice. We're using 1 cup of milk. I'm using reduced fat milk today. This is also really good with non-dairy milk such as almond milk or coconut milk. You choose your favorite. Then we're going to add a small 5-ounce cup of some vanilla Greek yogurt. If you don't have vanilla, that's okay. You could use plain Greek yogurt and maybe add just a little extra honey for sweetness at the end. Next up is our almond butter. I like to use an unsalted, unsweetened almond butter. Again, surprise, surprise from Costco. I'm going to use about half a cup of this almond butter. I bet this would be good with lots of different nut butters though, actually. So if you have a favorite, let me know in the comments and share with the rest of us what your favorite nut butter is to use. Then we'll add 2 scoops of our protein powder. This is an organic protein powder that we get from Costco, and it has a bunch of different superfoods, all kinds of good stuff in here, and it's just a simple vanilla flavor that lends itself to lots of different recipes. Now to give our chocolate protein bowls their chocolatey flavor, we'll add a 1/4 cup of cacao powder or cocoa powder. And then I like to add greens to our protein bowls and protein shakes. We're going to use these organic power greens from Costco. It is a mixture of baby chard, spinach, and kale. You could use just baby spinach though if you like. This is a great way to get in all that extra nutrition and you don't even taste it. I usually just add a couple big handfuls into the blender. No exact measurements necessary. And then to add a little bit of sweetness to our smoothie bowls, we're going to add in some raw honey. Just a tablespoon or 2 is all you need. That protein powder will already add some sweetness along with the bananas that we're going to put in, but I like to add a little bit extra. How much you add is up to you, depends on how much greens you put in, if that Greek yogurt you added is already sweetened at all. A tablespoon or 2 should be good though. Now let's blend this all up before we add our frozen elements. That honey will incorporate much more easily before it gets super cold. We'll let this go for a minute or so, just until everything is starting to get a smooth texture, and then we'll stop it and we are going to add our frozen bananas. I like to add about 2 frozen bananas. I like to peel these ahead of time and cut them in half so they just fit into the blender a little bit more easily, and pop them in the freezer so they are ready to use when you want them. I'm going to use 2 frozen bananas today. 1 is fine if that's your preference. And then we're also going to add some ice. I'm going to add about 4 cups of ice. Pop that top back on and we will blend this up again for another minute or so until this is nice and smooth. We're looking for a nice thick texture so that we can eat this with a spoon. Pour it into your favorite bowl. Top it with your favorite toppings. Of course, we have our chopped pecans, fresh sliced bananas, and a little chocolate chips for something special. By the way, if you have leftovers of your chocolate protein base, it makes a great chocolate protein shake, so you can just pop the leftovers in the fridge and have it as a drinkable on-the-go snack later. I sure do love the crunch though that these chopped pecans and chocolate chips add to our smoothie bowl. It really makes it feel like an entire meal. This is a fantastic breakfast, snack, or lunch, and I hope you enjoy it as much as our family does. When you make it, please come back and leave me a comment and let me know how much you enjoyed it. And until then, I wish you an amazing day and happy home cooking!